Welcome back. Moving on to our second segment for today, talking about New Alamein city, which occupies a total area of 48,917 faddans, divided into utilities, housing, and services. Over the phone, we have Dr. Raouf Gaafar, Professor of Economics. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Morning to you.
So, first of all, if I asked you about how do you see New Alamein city and how far one can say that it changed the map of the North Coast?
Yes, it changes the map, yes. The North Coast has never hosted a huge city like Alamein will be eventually. This is very much within the perspective of decentralization. I mean, we used to depend on large cities like Cairo, Alexandria, and that's all. But now with the growth of population, we need to sort of redistribute the population over a bigger number of cities. The choice of Alamein is very important. It is very strategic. First of all, it overlooks the Mediterranean Sea, which makes it attractive to not only Egyptians but to tourists. The idea of establishing a totally new city and therefore new community is very much, as I said, within the context of decentralization. Whoever visits Al Alamein can notice how big it is and how integral it is. I mean, it involves ministries, it involves government agencies, even presidential offices, hotels, of course, housing for, and of course, in the back area, a big industrial zone. I mean, it's an integral city. I see that this is a very much a modern city as well. This is again important. Probably it will have a big port as well. So, I mean, this is the kind of city that we are really in need of, and I think it will have a very big impact on the North Coast. And as you said, it is changing the geography of the area and it will represent a complete change in the way we saw the North Coast. It's no longer a resort, but it is now a city, full-size city that we need, and a new full-size community, industrial, and again, I have to mention ecological, because as the president has always said, all the new cities are the fourth generation cities. They are environment friendly cities. They are using clean energy. And
Dr. Raouf, just allow me to move into a very quick break and I'll be back to you.
بنجيب رجالة تشتغل معانا ونضع فيها الثقة في مشاريع بتتكلف عشرات المليارات ويمكن مئات المليارات كمان. واحنا لما بنيجي نتكلم في موضوع بنعمله مش بنعمله عشان يحل مسألة مؤقتة، لا احنا بنعمل موضوع يحل مسألة مستقبلية.
وبحلم والله العظيم ان الحاجه دي تبقى حاجه معموله ترضي ربنا ثم ترضيه. دولة على وشك الانهيار ووشك الضياع.
Welcome back. Still, we are talking about the New Alamein city, and we were talking with our guest over the phone, Dr. Raouf Gaafar, Professor of Economics. And Doctor?
Yes.
Welcome back. And talking about this beautiful city. If I'm talking about its impact on the Egyptian economy in general, and how this added or played a role in boosting Egyptian economy.
As I said, it is a huge city, first of all, a fourth generation city. So it is a green city, hopefully environment friendly city, using all the modern technology. And as I said, it has changed the geography of the North Coast as looked at as a resort, but now it is a city involving an industrial area, a residential area. Government agencies are moving into the cities. They will have offices there, ministries. I mean, big city involving creating a new community in this area, and of course, in the near future, another port is envisaged to be built around it. So it will represent an important gateway for Egyptian products to Europe and vice versa, and should be again an attractive spot for tourism through the year. So yes, it represents a big, I should say, movement into decentralization, and it will mark a cornerstone in the development of the area in particular, and in the Egyptian economy in general.
Doctor, how do you see the importance of all these new cities and projects, especially when it comes to the infrastructure for Egyptian economy?
Needless to say how important infrastructure is for any development. And we have seen the infrastructure projects, the colossal infrastructure projects that have been going on for the last years. Now we have very up-to-date roads. We have developed most of our harbors and ports. We are now establishing fast train between all parts of Egypt. We have, of course, the electricity from a country that was suffering shortage of electricity some 8 years ago into a country that has a surplus of power now. So, I mean, the infrastructure is a must for development. It has been executed immaculately, and of course, it shows not only in the Alamein city, but in the different cities. We can name at least 5, 6, 7 new ones: New Mansoura, New Minya, New Aswan, Ismailia, etc., etc. So,
right.
New cities.
Dr. Raouf Gaafar, Professor of Economics, Professor of Economics, I'm sorry. Thank you very much for joining us. And I guess with this we come to the end of our breakfast show for today. Thank you all for joining us, and stay tuned for more coming up on Nile TV International.